Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Christmas Eve is already here and tomorrow it is the big day. And I thought I would make one final Christmas card of the year on Christmas Eve. And I couldn't pick anything else other than the big man himself, Father Christmas, or Santa, or however you know him. So I've picked out of the Hunkydory favourites that I have the Christmas toppers. This is the Father Christmas. This is a layered decoupage. Again, how could I pick anything else? You guys know I absolutely love my decoupage. So I am more than happy for this to have all of these layers in this entire card because I'm going to be giving this to a family member. So it really doesn't matter. I don't need to post this or anything like that. I have grabbed out of my drawer some foam tape. I really want to try and get some of this used up because I don't tend to use this very often. So I've got some Hunkydory bits, I've got some really large rectangles, I've got some squares, and then this is some really thin, tiny squares that I thought would work quite nicely actually for his face area. So we are going to pop all of this out. I hope all the little boys and girls and all the children are so excited. I know Noah is. It's also his birthday tomorrow. So double celebrations for him. Also means an extremely busy day for me. But there we go. There we go. So what I'm doing is, as I'm taking these off this shelf, off this sheet even, it's definitely a sheet. I'm trying to take them off in the order I think they should go in. Sometimes it's very obvious, sometimes layers look very similar. And I'm just going to put them out so that I can grab them very easily once I've got them in the right order. So I think that one comes next. Then it looks to be this one. That one next, and then this one. And this one goes on that one. This is for that hand. That goes on there, that goes on there, on there, on there, on there, on there. This is how I work it all out. So that one goes on that one. Then his face goes on that one. And his moustache goes on that one. And that's all the layers. And then I'm just going to also pull out these bits and pieces so that I've got them gift tags, and that is my sheet empty. So let's throw that one away. Don't need that anymore. And then we're going to work our way along here. So, any more of these ones? Probably not, because I need them. I've got all sorts in here. This is the problem, guys. They're the same thickness. No, they're thicker. I've got so much odd bits and pieces. That's why I want to try and get them used up. Look at those, they're tiny. Also very thick, look. What else have I got? Well, they're black ones, don't want those ones. I like these tiny ones, but I think they're going to be too thick. Does it really matter? Probably not. We've got those ones. They're really chunky. I mean, they're not quite as big. Right. I want to try and use up as many of these bits and pieces as I can. Let's grab these ones open as well. Now I always work my smallest layer first. I don't know why, I just always do. I'm also going to grab my pokey tool. I've seen lots of people use these for this sort of thing. I must admit I don't tend to. Let's get working it up, shall we? I'm not going to scrimp with this either because, see, maybe I just need practice. There we go, that's done. Onto there like so. There you go. I do find layered decoupage quite therapeutic. Could sit and do this all day long. I know for some it's probably the worst nightmare, but I love it. Go and line that up there like so. Make sure this is all lined up as well. Look, there we go. We've got his hand. You can see where the red bit there is. That is that bit there. This is going to be so puffy. Love it. So I'm just going to use my pokey tool to poke that bit there out that hasn't quite ripped out. And then grab it from this side. Doesn't matter, no one's going to see that that's ripped a little bit. Shall we level this up a bit? Yeah. Yeah, and we're going back in again. There's so many layers with this one. I had to think how much this one would cost to post if I was to post it. You know what? When you want it to pull off like that, it doesn't, and when you do it, when you don't, it does. Oh, God. Stop. I'm just going to take that entire piece off. I don't know why that one won't come off. Face it. This is going to go on this one here. Just look at that. This is excessively thick. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Now, to be fair, we're getting up to the bigger pieces. So once I've got these on, I am probably going to go for some of the Hunkydory stuff. But I am going to use some of these. Nearly lost his moustache and nose there. I'm going to use some of these tiny ones here. They'll come off. These are the same as that one that wouldn't come off. I'll use some wet glue on them. One, two, that one came off. Wonder why some of them are like stuck. I'm just gonna use some of my wet glue. At least now I know that is going to have some adhesive on it. And that will get tacky. Might have to add that on last. I'm going to give that a minute just to stick on there. So let's move on to the rest now. I'm going to use some of these Hunkydory ones for this. Oops. One on there like that. That one on there. Keep that way. One goes oops on here. Like so. This is huge. Oh, this is absolutely huge. Right, that's had a bit of time just to settle. There we go. Turn that upside down. And there like that. There we go. Look at that for a topper. Oh, that is how thick that is. That is so thick. How big is that? That is nearly, at the thickest point, that is nearly 3/4 of an inch thick. How beautiful is that? Love it. I also managed to use a lot of my foam, which is good because some of that has been there for a long time. A long, long time. Right, now I only want to put this on a smallish card, to be honest, because it's not, while it's a thick topper, it's not actually a big topper, and I feel like it may get lost if the card is too big. So I'm going to grab a C6 size. So this is roughly just over 4 by just over 5 3/4. That is going to sit beautifully on there, isn't it? Look, really like that. And then let's see, what background should I give it? I actually think because of how beautiful that is, it doesn't need much, does it? I might go for that just to tie in the colours as a scrap piece. So this is just out of the Hunkydory. I think it is a Christmas collection anyway. It's the silk papers. Yeah, colour blocks, classic Christmas. It's the 8x8 paper pad. This is the silk. They do other finishes like matte, which I've also got, but I'm going to go for the silk this time. So I'm going to come in with a little border. So I'm going to come in at 3 3/4, and it hasn't finished that very nice, has it? Let's come back in again. Let's try and finish it off a bit. Not had that before, but it was like it ripped it instead of cut it. And then 5.5. There we go. That's done that fine. Then this onto here. Just to make the silk not very forgiving, is it? But that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You know what they say, go big or go home. So let's go big or go home, shall we? I tend to use my big roll of foam tape, so I'm not bothered if I use all of these on this one card, to be honest. If you don't want to use as many as me, it's absolutely fine. But trying to use things up to give me a bit of room in my craft drawers ready for the new year. That on there like so. As I say, I'm not sending this to, I'm not posting it, so it doesn't matter how thick it is for me. And I like that little Merry Christmas there. These are quite chunky, so let's use some of these chunky ones. Um, not even. And there we go. Our final Christmas card of 2024. I absolutely cannot believe I'm saying that. Um, Thank you so much for everything this year. It has been absolutely amazing. I've loved every minute of it. Um, I will have a video in between Christmas and New Year. Um, it will probably be a boxing video of putting all of my Christmas craft supplies away, making room ready for the new year. The website is now closed just for through the Christmas period, but it will be reopened in the new year. Thank you so much to each and every single one of you for your support. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. An absolutely fabulous Christmas tomorrow. A big, big, big Merry Christmas from myself, from Chris, and of course from Noah. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Bye for now.